All right. Well, good morning, subscribers. First of all, I want to thank y'all for watching this video. As you can see by the thumbnail, this isn't Mustang related or car related or anything else related. And I swore to myself I'd probably never ever do any kind of political video on my channel. However, like many of you on my channel and friends of mine around here, I'm kind of fed up with the situation we're in. I don't know where to start. First of all, I'll start with just me, people that don't know about me, or even care to know about me. And if you don't want to watch this video, you don't have to watch it. If you're a subscriber that's not wanting our country to survive, don't watch the video, because that's why I'm talking about this. A little bit about me. Most people that watch my channel know I did 20 years in the Air Force. I know it's Air Force, it's not the Army, but I've been to some pretty bad places as a vehicle mechanic in the Air Force for 14 years, and then I was forced retrained into a new job. But the first 14, I was Bosnia and Saudi Arabia and some other places that I don't talk about much. But so I've been around the world. With Tuzla, Bosnia for 6 months. I've seen a lot of stuff working with the Army. So I know how third world countries are and how bad it can get if things continue to go the way they're going. So that's why I'm making this video. We need to get back to normality. What is normal? We're so divided, left, right, blue, red, whatever you want to call it. I vote common sense, people. That's when I'm making this video. We got 4 days. It's Friday morning. I'm up eating my breakfast of champions, some Pop-Tarts. Freedom right there. So yeah, we got to get back to common sense. I'm asking that you please just take your personality out of it. I'm sorry, your feelings, wrong word there. Take your feelings out of it. Take the orange man bad syndrome out of it and just look at the one side. Don't look at the Republican side. Let's just look at one side and then we'll look at the other side real quick. I don't want to make this a long video, but I want y'all to share it if you feel the same. If you're fed up. Met a nice lady. I went to pick up a car. The groceries was full top. Almost $1,000 worth of groceries, folks. She said last year, or not last year, but 3 or 4 years ago, that same cart would have cost her $350. I build cars, so I know about inflation and what stuff's costing. The same parts I would buy 4 years ago are 100 to 200% more than what they were. You know, they give numbers on the news and Fox and CNN, blah, blah, blah. That shit's not even close. If you do what I do, you know what stuff costs. But back to the whole common sense thing. I can't stand for a party that is okay with, and if you hear my kitties running around, Baker and I got one called Tippy, running around like crazy cats this morning. So if you hear them running around, they're just having a good time. So I don't know why anybody could support a party that is okay. And this is just common sense. This isn't anything other than common sense. That is okay with mutilating 14-year-old kids, 10-year-old kids, taking these kids away from their parents because they won't let them have transgender reassignments. That to me makes no sense at all. I can't stand for a party that is okay with using my tax money and your tax money for paying for transgender reassignment surgeries for convicted felons that when they get out, they're not allowed to vote, they're not allowed to carry a weapon, they're not allowed to do a lot of stuff. Now, if you want to be trans, you want to be whatever, I don't care. I served in the military with a lot of different people, I'll just call it that, And I don't have a problem with it. Never have. 'Cause it doesn't affect me. As long as you don't bring it to my house, I don't care what you do at home. And everybody feels that way for the most part. Just because we talk about it, don't mean we dislike it or we have anything against you. Now, that being said, the whole trans towards kids, minors, is ridiculous. And it just blows my mind to think that somebody could support a party that is okay with that. It just, I don't know. And this whole thing with immigration and illegals and immigrants, let's be honest, we're all immigrants here. There's only one nationality that is from here, and that's our Native American brothers and sisters. So as far as immigrants coming to the country, that's fine. I'm like everybody else. Just do it legally. You know, when you open the border and you can't control what's coming in, and you just let them come in and you tag and release. They're here for 15 years, people, before they get vetted. 15 years. Now, I don't know how you would feel if your daughter or your granddaughter was murdered by an illegal immigrant and you're left-leaning. Does that change your mind? I mean, it's crazy. You know, just the whole Riley Gaines thing, being murdered by illegals, and the 12-year-old Jocelyn that was murdered by illegal immigrants. When does it stop? You know, we want to convict parents when their kids go to schools and they commit shootings, which, you know, if you know that what's going on, I'm all about convicting a parent that knows that their child is going to go commit something like that. That's crazy. But to me, the left right now letting all these illegals into this country, knowing what most of them are here for. Now, they're not all here for that. I'm saying most. These are these grown men that are coming here alone that aren't from down there. They're from other countries. They're convicted felons that released from other countries and come up through Mexico. They're the ones I worry about that aren't vetted, that are killing American citizens and causing all these problems. So to me, our current party is allowing this to happen. Why are they not being held responsible like these parents that their kids go to schools and commit school shootings, which is terrible, and it's crazy. Somebody's got to be held accountable. They're letting it happen every day. Just imagine if Orange Man Bad was allowing this to happen. They'd throw him in jail. They would have impeached him 3 years ago, because every day they allow this to happen. The current administration is breaking the law. They're breaking the U.S. Constitution. Now, me being prior military, every 4 years, you know, I re-enlisted, and I swore to protect the country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I hear them last night, I think it was just kind of my final breaking point, and I had a dream last night about some stuff, and it made me want to make this video to say we got 4 days left, and we got to get our country back on track. Now, I don't know where I'm going in this video, and I'm hitting rambling, whatever, but if you're still watching, I appreciate it. But we got to get back on track, and people got to be held accountable. You know, I hear them talking about, oh, he's going to, and I'll go back to 2016 from when he won the election. They started then with hating this man. You know, why does a billionaire want to come do something that people are going to hate him for the rest of his life and constantly trying to lock him up? Now they've tried to kill him twice. It's crazy. Imagine if the right's been doing that. Imagine if Hillary had won. From day one, we tried to convict her for all her crimes that she committed. Don't even get me started with that. The left would lose their mind. They would go insane. We would have no more Second Amendment. We'd be gone. Right to bear arms? No, it'd be gone. Because we tried to kill Hillary twice. Because it's Trump, it's okay. And that's messed up. It's not okay to try to kill anyone, whether you hate them or not. Hate is a strong word. You know, we gotta have faith all the time. But they talk about him from 2016, he's got nuclear codes. He's going to weaponize the military. He's going to arrest American citizens and blah, 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 blah. Look, if he wants to use the military to deport these people that are here illegally, killing people, causing problems, I'm all about that. I'm all for it. If he wants to use it against people that just disagree with him, which that's not going to happen. We had 4 years of that. It didn't happen. He didn't even go after Crooked Hillary and lock her up for what she did. That, let's not get started on it. You can just go Google everything she's done with deleting classified emails on servers, and it's crazy. They've tried everything to get the guy, and all he's trying to do is help. Now, I don't love the guy, don't get me wrong, but just to see the hate from the left, you got people like Kathy holding up the Trump head chopped off, and then this morning I see them freaking out because somebody did a Halloween thing with her chained to the back of a golf cart. It's like a picture of Biden on the back of the truck that I seen on the internet. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, but all the time, the left has their double standards. It's okay to hold up Trump's head chopped off. They think that's funny, because they don't like him. But, oh my goodness, somebody made fun of the left's candidate. Oh God, they're racist. Fascist. They keep calling the man Hitler. And that's just demeaning to him, and then it takes away from what actually happened over there years ago. I don't even want to go down that road. That's bad. So I bitch and complain like everybody else does at breakfast on Fridays, and we talk about politics, and we talk about this, and we talk about that, and I wish I could change it. What can I do to change it? Well, my whole whopping 6,900 subs, I'm just going to post it up. And I hope you guys share this video. You don't have to like it. It would be nice if you feel the way I do. I have grandkids now, and to think that, and they live in California. Don't get me started on that place. It's crazy. Used to be a beautiful state. Some parts still are, but there's places you just can't go. Most places, honestly, in California now. I get scared to death when my son goes downtown on Friday night. They call me when you get home, so everything's okay. I would hate to think that an illegal killed him and my grandkids because they opened the border. For what reason? What makes sense? I don't know. Let's put them in swing states, mainly. Now, people that don't watch politics and they don't they don't pay attention to what's going on. They don't do enough research to go watch both sides to see what they're saying, what this side's saying, what these people on YouTube are saying. And I'm not talking about news channels. I'm talking about everybody. So, like I said, I'm losing track where I'm going, what I'm talking about. I apologize, but I'm just frustrated as a grandfather that the world that I knew as a teenager, when I could go ride my bike down the street, if I had a bike at that point in time, I knew when the lights came on. We talk about it. Oh, the lights are on. That's when we knew to come home. We didn't have a cell phone to get called. I worry about my grandkids not even being able to ride the bike because they can't go down the street because, we've got people that we just can't trust in the country anymore. And that's sad. And they're here for, I'm just going to say it. This is my opinion. But when you put them in swing states, 20, 30, 100,000 people, and now California is allowing illegals to vote without ID. And yes, it's happening. This isn't propaganda. This isn't me just venting, being a fat turd that builds cars. This is me saying what's going on. They passed a bill in California. You don't need ID to vote. Anybody can go vote. Just yesterday, a Chinese guy, I'm not making fun of Chinese, this is where he's from, he admitted he voted illegally. Michigan. But guess what? They're still going to count his vote. They arrested him, but they're going to count his vote. Because, there's nothing we can do. You don't know how to subtract? I know how to subtract, and I'm from Kentucky. No offense, guys. But anyway, and then yesterday, they found 2,500 voter ballots in Pennsylvania, illegal ballots. Good thing they caught them. And that's just stuff they catch. What about the stuff they don't catch? The only reason I can think they keep letting illegals in is for one, more votes. 2, cheap employment. These people, they can pay under the table. They put them in areas that there's businesses that are having problems because they can't get people to work because there's nobody there. So they put them in places where they need labor, cheap labor, and that's what's going on. Just do the research, folks. I don't hate the left. They've had some good parties. Even when that old Slick Willie was in office, the old don't ask, don't tell. That's fine with me. I didn't care. And everybody's fine with that. But now it's a different world than when I was younger. Where are we going from here? People, if he don't make it into office next week, I pray every day. What's going to happen? They're going to keep the border open. They're going to keep up with this. And I'm going to hit on this. And I don't mean to offend any young ladies that have been in situations. Like I said, I'm bouncing around. Abortion. That's their whole argument. That's the only thing they can fight him on right now. Because he returned it back to the states. Which to me, I don't see a problem with. I understand some states don't allow it. They have stricter rules. Now, you have 2 options there. 1, contraceptives, birth control, condoms, don't have sex, abstinence. The whole my body, my choice bullshit. I'm sorry, ladies, it don't work with me. If you choose to be irresponsible when you go out at night, or if that's the case, I'm not saying it all applies. There's rape, incest, and stuff. I get it. I'm talking about the majority of cases. My body, my choice is basically people that just aren't responsible for their own actions, and they'd rather terminate a life than be responsible. So that's my point on that is I can't stand behind a party that is okay with late term abortion, regardless. I don't like abortion. There's reasons it's needed. I get it, and that's different. But you can't complain. He's taking away women's rights because he put it back to the states. If your state don't allow it, I'm sure the state next to yours does. Now I understand that imposes some. They talking about a lady got killed traveling to another state. I pray for that family. I'm sorry she got killed in an accident. I really am. Sometimes, God gives you gifts. Sometimes they're children. I feel for her and her family, her losing her life. However, she was on her way to take a life. You got to look at it both ways. She stayed home and had the kid. She may have loved that child for the rest of her life, not knowing that. So that's my thing on abortion. I won't tread on that, but that's all they got on Trump. They can't run on their policies. They can't run on immigration. They can't run on inflation. They can't run on economy. They can't run on anything. All they got is abortion and transgender crap. Again, no offense. Do your thing. When I walk in the boys' bathroom and I see a tampon machine in there, I'm sorry. That's crazy. I don't get it. It's nuts. I get it. I'm old. People say, oh, you need a change. Time for a change. Yeah, we need to go back to the way it used to be. We need some sanity in the world. Some normalcy in the world. Where when I was little, I wanted to be a fireman. I didn't run to the firehouse when I was 12 and try to run up the pole. No, I didn't do that. So if your little boy plays with dolls with his sister, that don't mean he wants to be a girl. That means he's playing with his sister. That's all that means. People take a lot of stuff out of context. These kids they're impressionable. You tell them one thing and they listen, they hear it. You don't think they're paying attention, but they hear it. They watch this crap on TV. Just the whole Olympic opening ceremony. Wow. Insane. That wouldn't have happened probably even 4 years ago. But here we are, going through this crap again. If they would have just, like I heard the other day, if they would have just ran everything on the up and up last time, they'd be done with Trump. He'd be out of office in 4 days or 5 days or a couple months. He'd be done. But here we are. You know, this has been going on since 2016. Orange man bad, but nobody can, you know, it's us versus them, but I don't want it to be us versus them. I want it to be common sense where I started this video. When you go vote, I'm going to try to wrap this up. When you go vote next week, vote with common sense, people. Do you want more of this, I'm going to say it, bullshit that's going on? Or do you want all this taken out of school? You know, no more transgender talk to kids. They're impressionable. No more late term 9-month abortion bullshit. You know, and it's going on. It's not propaganda. Just do the research. If you don't agree with me, if you're sitting here yelling at the camera, if you're still watching, do your own research. You don't have to listen to me. It's just like all these guys I watch on YouTube also that talk politics all the time. You get, it's our country, folks, and we got to invest a little skin in the game. He said, I never thought I would talk about this on my channel, but that's something I need to talk about. So again, I'm going to try to wrap this up. When you go vote, just vote common sense. Don't vote with your feelings. Don't like him. Don't like him. Don't like him. Vote with common sense. Do you want more unvetted illegals to keep coming in the country for the next possibly 8 years if she gets in office? In another 8 years, this country will look like hell. You want to know what it'll look like? Go to San Francisco. I've been there, folks. I've seen people defecating in the streets, pissing in the streets, sleeping in the parks. It's a mess. And it's not made up. It's fact. I've been there. I've seen it. And that was when that was our 20th. That was 10 years ago. I can only imagine how bad it is now with all this stuff going on in California. Then people steal, break in, rob, loot. It's coming to a town near you if this keeps up. Just ask Colorado. Taking over there. They're not going to do nothing about it. So if you think you're safe because you're in a small town, I know that song, you're not. In another 8 years, in just 4 years, they've got, 20 million illegals in the country. Again, I don't have anything against immigrants. Just come in legally. That's all I ask. Let's vet them. Let's let them wait in Mexico till they're vetted. Then let them come in. To let them come in illegal and you don't know who they are, they can stay here for 15 years and do what they want. We're in trouble, folks. Vote common sense. That's all I can tell you. I know who to vote for. I voted for Trump last time. I'll vote for him this time. And it's not that I like the guy. I like what he did for the country. Just the last couple days, he's comical. The trash truck, come on now. I laughed my ass off. It was hilarious. It's crazy. Again, I was going to apologize for making this video, but I'm not going to do that because if you don't like what I'm talking about, you can just unsubscribe. I don't care. If you think transgender reassignments for minors is okay, I don't want you on my channel anyway. If you think late term, and I mean late term abortion is okay, just for being irresponsible is okay, I don't need you on my channel anyway. That's murder, any way you look at it. I could go round and round and round about all this crap. I'm just tired of it. We need to get back to normalcy. Let's vote common sense. I'm going to get back to building some cars. I needed to vent. I got a format to vent. Please, have some faith. It's not knowing what God will do. It's knowing what he can do, people. And with the grace of God, he can get us back on the right track. I don't care what person it is, but it's not her. It's not the Democratic Party that's going to get us back on track. We are in a down spiral in this country right now. It's terrible. I see it every day. Every day I see it. I hear about it every day. Please vote common sense. Don't vote with your feelings, people. I know mean tweets. I get it. He's even way different than he was in 2016. But I'm the same way. I speak my mind because I was given the freedom of speech, and that's just it. So I don't know where we're going from here, people. I'm going to get back to building my little junkers. Got a new project coming. I didn't think I'd ever make a political video, but here I am. I'm not going to apologize for it. It's my freedom. It's my right. I served my country for 20 years, as did my wife, my dad, 2 tours in Vietnam. My son is active duty military. And that's what I fought for, was for my right, freedom of speech, to bear arms, and to protect my family. And I'm going to do just that if I have to. So, those of you that are okay with illegals coming into our country, that have killed people, robbed people, raped people, I don't understand how you're going to support that. I just don't. And the people in Asheville, North Carolina, they gave them $750. And meanwhile, we're giving the Ukraine billions every month to fend the Democratic war. I'm running out of time on my camera here. I've only got another 4 minutes left of storage, so got too much stuff on my phone. I could go on and on, but I can't support what's going on right now. We need Trump back. Vote Trump, people. Vote common sense. We don't want any more wars. We want our kids back home. We don't want to be in a World War III with Russia, because that's what's coming. It's around the corner. We're right on the edge. We're in so many wars now, it's unreal. And if she gets back in office, she's going to keep funding that shit, so them weapon makers can get their pockets and their bank accounts even bigger. Under Trump, we had no wars. We had no transgender reassignments for kids, minors. We had Roe v. Wade overturned, which it should have been. The government shouldn't be involved in what's going on. The state needs to be in charge of that, not the government. So I don't know what the big deal is about that. Didn't mean to offend any young ladies. If you had to have an abortion for other reasons, my sympathy goes out to you. So if you're still watching this video, I'm not going to apologize. I want to thank you. Share it, like it, subscribe. I'm just one man venting that's got a small platform. If you can get it out there before we got 4 days, tell your friends, vote common damn sense, okay? If you want 8 more years of this bullshit, and we're not going to have a country left to live in 8 more years, we're hiding in our houses and we're getting robbed on the street. It's already happening in some towns, and it's going to be everywhere. Just think, another 100 million illegals coming up through there from other countries, not just Mexico. It's happening every day, and it's just going to get worse and worse. So, my subscribers, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hearing me rant. I'm going to drink the rest of my orange juice. I'm going to eat my Pop-Tart strawberry, best kind. And I'm going to go, it's Friday, meet the old farts at breakfast. We'll sit around and probably bullshit some more about what I'm talking about now. But we're all on the same page, and everybody that goes there is on the same page. I can't see how it's this close, folks. Vote common sense. Vote Trump back in. Let's get some normalcy back in our country. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I hope you take away some of this. You learn a little bit about me. I appreciate that. And just remember, at the end of the day, it's just you and your loved ones. You take care of them, and you do what you do to get by. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So just remember, it's not just junk. It is Fox Junk. And you guys have a very blessed weekend.